Kings will have the first opportunity. Simmons comes off a brilliant performance the other night. Turning his car, missing, and the rebound, Rick Mahorn. Hawkins. The low post for Charles against Lionel Simmons. Pump fakes him. And then the return pass again from Ricky Green. Charles behind his back, stripped away by Jim Les and out of bounds. Going to belong to the Sixers with 5 on the shot clock.
Les doing an excellent job of doubling down from the top, not enabling Charles Barkley to get into the paint and go for the opportunity to score.
Hawk against Les to the free throw line, fires the jumper, misses, and the rebound, Lionel Simmons. The Kings are 14 and 32 on the year. They won just 23 games a year ago. Simmons, they swing it. Hansen, a spot-up shooter, knocked it down. That's one thing you do not want to do if you're the Sixers tonight, and that is let people like Les and Hansen get their feet together, squared up. You got to make them shoot off the dribble. And the Sixers have got to play better defensively than they did against Portland.
Well, they did play, you know, pretty good defense for 3 quarters, despite the fact that Portland had 96 points after 3, but wheels fell off right after there. No question about that.
Croswell missing badly after the alley-oop and the ball out of bounds. Croswell, a raw talent and a project for Dick Motta. They like his skills defensively. He can jump, block shots, and rebound. But at the offensive end, he really needs some refinement. Backdoor cut, Hersey, and that's poked away and out of bounds, and it's going to belong to Sacramento. Happy Valentine's Day, partner.
Oh, thank you very much. Did you get my card?
Got the bouquet of flowers.
Oh. And the box of candy?
Those weren't from you? Steal, Charles. Foot race, bats at it, and the ball's going to get out of bounds. Charles sails out into the crowd and is all right as he comes back on. Good hustle by Charles.
Now you got to take a look at the 24-second clock to see if they put the 24 seconds back up or say that nobody really had possession.
There's a look at the birthday boy, Freddie Carter. It's birthday today. Freddie is very young, 51.
51.
51 years old. Sixers assistant Freddie Carter.
I'm going to tell him you said that.
What is
51.
It, 52? No, he's 51. Now they argue about the clock. And they're not going to win that argument as they allow Sacramento to inbound it. They were arguing that the Sixers never had possession of that ball and that the shot clock should have been run way down. Simmons darts into the lane, goes up and scores. Great move by Lionel Simmons.
Charles is going to have to be on his toes tonight because Lionel Simmons has an excellent first step.
It's a steal by Les, running on Hersey, who beat him and then tapped the ball back in. The Kings are going to have it. Hersey saved the day there.
Well, you got to. Hansen made a good defensive move, but he's just coming off of knee surgery. He's missed the last 25 games, so obviously his speed is not quite there yet.
Outside, Antoine Card, nothing but net. Hawkins feeds Armin Gilliam. Gilliam against Carr. Backs him in, spins, fires off the glass, in and out, and the rebound, Lionel Simmons. 6-0 Sacramento. Hansen spotted up again and good again for 3 this time. 9-0 the Sacramento Kings. Sixers want timeout. 9:06 left to play in the first period. And Sacramento, it's going to be a 20-second timeout. Sacramento has bolted out to a 9-zip lead.
Tomorrow night at 8, Rob Lowe and Demi Moore are mixed up singles in About Last Night right here on PHL 17. Here's a look at Bobby Hansen out on the right side, spotting up. Good three-point shooter. Knocks one down to give the Kings a 9-zip lead.
You know, Bobby Weinauer was saying this morning that the two guys, you can't allow Hansen and Les to gather themselves and just raise up and shoot jump shots because they'll knock them in.
Well, those two players do not have enough speed to really make good solid moves themselves and get themselves open and get their own shots.
You don't want to allow them to become standstill jump shooters. Here is the miss by Armin Gilliam, and the rebound again to Lionel Simmons, who has 3 early rebounds. 9-0 Sacramento. Sixers trying to get on the board. Ricky Green bats it up in the air and out of bounds. It'll belong to the Kings.
I say that was the 3rd rebound for Lionel Simmons, but he is the leading rebounder on this team, despite playing the 3 position.
Hansen against Percy Hawkins. Coswell fires a short jumper, misses that. Rebound, back up and good. Rick just flattened his timed his jump, and Antoine Carr went right up, picked it out of the air, came down, took it back up, and scored. 11-0 Sacramento. Charles trying to get the Sixers on the board. Fires from outside, short, and the push-off foul is going to be on Rick.
That's the 3rd outside shot now for Charles Barkley. He is not trying to take the ball to the basket on Lionel. I don't know whether Lionel can guard him once he gets into the paint area. Charles is so much bigger and stronger than the L train, but Charles is content at this moment just to continue to take those 18, 19-foot jumpers.
Les Coswell comes out high, pick and roll. Les into the lane. Now Antoine Carr. Outside Simmons. Jumper is good. 13-0 Sacramento. Ricky Green dumps it into Mahorn, and a whistle, and Coswell and Mahorn doing battle, and the foul is going to be on the rookie Coswell.
You know, now this is generally one of these games that the bench will play a big part in, just because the starting unit generally does not come out and is not prepared to play and does not have the intensity initially. So the bench has to come in and try to win these games for the team that they're playing.
Boy, Sacramento scrambling defense. Green jumper, no. Rebound, Hawk at the free throw line, and the Sixers have claimed their first offensive board of the game. Charles against Lionel Simmons. Les with a double. Mahorn swings it. Percy dribble drive, lays it off, and it's out of bounds, and it belongs to Sacramento. And I'll tell you what, in the early going anyway, Sacramento is really getting after Philadelphia.
And I wouldn't wait much longer with this unit. I've tried to put Ron Anderson in, look for some offense.
4 turnovers already for the Sixers. Les puts it on the floor, and a reach-in foul on Ricky. Trying to hook it away, Ricky Green.
One thing Dick Motta has this team doing, though, he does have them playing hard defensively. You know, despite being ranked 27th in the league offensively, they're only giving up 102 points per game, and that's pretty good defense.
Especially when you're a last-place team.
Yep.
Carr trying to face Simmons. Runner. Got it again. 15-0. Charles Barkley against Lionel Simmons. Barkley into the lane. Goes in the air. No. Rebound claimed by Carr. The outlet is for Les. Ahead to Simmons. Running in. Layup no, but a foul on Hawkins. Percy the foul. And a timeout taken. It is 15-0 Sacramento.
Robert Sons, be there when the Sixers retire Wilt Chamberlain's number. Don't miss this night of basketball in history. Call 336-2000.
Did you play against Wilt?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, I really did. 1969. Well, we already know what Sacramento Kings have to do. They've got to get out to a 15-0 run. But when you take a look at it, they cannot afford to get into foul trouble because they are not very deep. They are going to go with these players for the most part 35, 36 minutes if possible. And because they are the lowest scoring team in the league, they must control the tempo. And they're doing an excellent job right now controlling the tempo and playing good, solid defense.
Simmons knocks down a pair, and they lead 17-0. Lionel with 8 here in the first quarter. Charles Barkley given ground by Simmons to the free throw line. Hawk on the wing against Les. Spins in and spins around and scores, and the Sixers are on the board. Crowd wanted to walk. as Hersey has the Sixers on the scoreboard. 17-2, Sacramento. Les yo-yos it to the top and then goes to Simmons. He fires a jumper, and not this time, and the rebound, Mahorn. Ahead to Hersey, runs in, and the layup good. Well, the Sixers, following the timeout, reel off a couple of unanswered baskets, and it's 17-4. Les uses Coswell at the top. Now a bounce to Simmons, posted. Inside, Coswell, he goes up and scores.
Just turned right into Charles Barkley. It was a tough shot for him to miss. He was about 2 feet away, and he made a good move to get by Charles.
Charles in press.
They have to put an awful lot of pressure on the youngster when we're talking about Jim Les, and they have to try to create some turnovers. Bobby Hansen coming off a knee injury, try to press him and make him work a little bit harder than normal. And they have to look to push the ball up and get some easy opportunities if Sacramento ever misses a shot. They're just shooting the lights out right now.
Ralph Sampson checks in as Coswell picked up his second. Sixers, meantime, went 0 for their first 7. Sacramento went 7 for their first 10. And the Sixers didn't help their cause by turning it over, and here's a foul on Hansen as Hersey made a steal. Hansen the foul as Hersey made a good defensive play. And the Sixers trying to whittle away and climb back into this. 5:17 left to play in the first period. Hawk in the air. Jumper, nope. Rebound, controlled by Sacramento. Simmons poked away by Charles, and then Lionel got it back. And a whistle here as Simmons tried to go to the post. And the foul is on Ricky Green. Simmons trying to post up Green, and Ricky the foul.
And that was a nice move by Lionel as Charles Barkley was in the backcourt trying to pressure the ball. Once the ball got past him, he didn't keep up with Lionel, which forced Ricky Green to come over. And once Lionel went down to post up, he just fouled him. Good smart move by the L train.
Andre Turner is checked in. Sampson for Antoine Carr. Carr down the lane, wheeling and dealing, missing. Tip in is good by Hansen. A whirling shot by Carr missed, but Hansen tipped it in. Hawk for 3, no. Rebound, Rick Mahorn. Loose on the floor. Back up and got it. Rick Mahorn, tough shot. Looking to score a little bit more the last couple of games, and he's done that.
Well, he took 15 shots the other night in Portland. I thought a couple of those shots were a little out of his range, especially that three-pointer.
Simmons' turnaround is good. Lionel Simmons, 23-7, Sacramento. Barkley, near steal by Lionel Simmons. Shot is good. Charles. Now Andre's going to pressure Les, and this is what the Sixers want to do.
Even if they don't create turnovers at this juncture of the ballgame in the fourth period, if Les has to go the entire time, it'll make them a little bit more tired.
Well, Lionel right now is just lighting Charles up. Another turnaround by Simmons at the baseline.
It's called pride right now. You've got to do something to stop the L train. You cannot just let them turn around, take a turnaround jump shot in your face.
Armin Gilliam, and it's 25-11. Les spins by Andre Turner and goes to Carr. Back up top, Sampson underneath, layup, Simmons. Simmons with 14 in the first quarter. Turner down the lane, goes up and scores. Nice drive, Andre. 27-13, Sacramento. 2:44 left and a timeout. Timeout taken with 2:42 remaining first quarter. Sacramento 27, the Sixers 13. A loose run down by Lionel, 15 on the shot clock. Down the lane, Simmons, no. Rebound, Hersey Hawkins. Deep in the corner. Anderson knocks it in.
Ron was knocking those down before the game. He was knocking down about 10, 12 in a row before he missed one, so he feels comfortable in this building.
Antoine Carr, no. Tough move. Didn't go. Anderson on the run. Finished it.
Basket by Ron Anderson.
27-17. The Sixers have closed to within 10. After falling behind 17-0. Good job of swinging it. Hansen is nothing but net again. Hansen with 9. Outside Anderson. That's in and out. Rebound less and a loose ball foul. Gilliam. Arman with a foul.
Shot goes up. Ball comes off. Hansen right there.
Just bounced a little long.
Yeah. Jim Lesser's right there. Inside position.
Well, Butler.
Matter of fact, we used to do that in Philadelphia when I was playing in Philadelphia during the playoffs. Depending on the team we were playing, we'd tighten up the rims or loosen them up just a little bit so the ball would bounce differently.
You were cheating, in other words.
Call it what you will. We won.
Anderson, a bounce to Gilliam. Gilliam kicks it out. Andre Turner's alone. No, off the heel of the rim. Rebound. Andre at the top. Anderson got it, and a foul on Lionel Simmons. Tough shot by Ron, as Simmons was right in his face and fouled him as well, but he made it anyway.
Ron Anderson giving the Philadelphia 76ers the spark that they need. No question about that. Coming off the bench, that's his third shot now that he's knocked down.
6 in the game for Ron Anderson. We talked about the fact in our opening that he only got up 1 shot in the second half of the Portland game, and he's got to get up more shots than that. Driving, no. Rebound, Carr fakes Bull, goes up, blocked by Manute. Out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Sixers.
Stay tuned for the Miller Lite fourth quarter shootout. Tonight, one lucky fan will have a chance to win some great prizes courtesy of Miller Lite and PHL 17.
31-20. Sacramento in front with 9 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Turner's banker wouldn't go, and Callaway on the run fires. It won't count even. With Andre Turner, Hersey Hawkins, Ron Anderson, Manute Bull, and Charles Barkley, who went to the bench briefly. Hawk. Now Barkley against Wennington, who's checked in. Turnaround Charles, no good. Rebound Sampson. So now Dick Motta has gone to his version of the Twin Towers. Sampson and Wennington in the game together. He'll do this occasionally, sometimes with Wennington and Coswell, sometimes with Sampson and Wennington. Rarely, though, with Sampson and Coswell at the same time. Sampson for 3, he got it. Wow. 34-20. Hawk trying to answer, no. Rebound, Wennington, loose ball, foul, Wennington.
That was Ralph's first three-pointer of the year. He was 0 for 3 at this juncture of the season, his first one.
Right, now, he catches it here, and he said, if you're not going to come out and play me, Charles, I am going to stick this. And he does.
Charles, you see Charles going, oh, man, another guy going to light me up.
Holding foul at the baseline. Callaway holding Hersey. Callaway 6'6", averaging 2.9 on the year. This is Andre Turner. For Anderson, not this time. Rebound, Sampson again. Third board of the game for Ralph. Simmons, jumper, got it again.
Boy, he's an excellent low post player, isn't he? He knows how to get his shots. He'll back you down. He'll shoot over you.
He has been so far.
Yeah.
36-20. He's been spectacular. He has 16. And that is the lead enjoyed by Sacramento. Barkley against Winnington. They swing it. Andre's alone. Jumper is in and out. No good. Rebound Simmons again. Simmons, played by Anderson, now cranks it cross court to Les. Les drives and looks. Simmons fakes and fires again. Not this time. And rebound Manute. Hersey. Sixers having trouble right now just catching it. Clock drives. Great move through traffic. Terrific move by Hersey. 36-22.
Comes a half-court trap once again.
Underneath, and Lionel trying to jam it is fouled from behind again.
Foul number 4, Ricky Callaway, the second. 13 foul.
You see Charles come up. You see Les going for the ball. He anticipated a little too early. It was a nice pass by Charles. Ron takes it through the hoop. Ron's starting to feel his game a little bit as he's starting to get into the action on the offensive end, looking for a shot a little bit more.
38-24. Sampson cranks it out. Simmons. They double him. Now Callaway. Kick loose. Picked up by Charles. Grabbed by Lionel as he throws it. Charles wants two on the play. He says, I shot the ball.
You know, if he was 10 or 15 feet closer to the basket, you would give Charles the free throws.
You know what? They don't do a lot of times.
But if you're fouled and you continue to take a look. Here comes a foul right there. He doesn't take another dribble. The shot goes up. Obviously, you're not going to give it because he's just throwing and trying to get that call. But another 5 or 6, 7 feet closer to the basket, and they might give it to him.
Andre Turner. Now it's Turner and Harris, Barkley, Anderson, and Bowl. They skip it across. Winnington to Callaway. Inside, Simmons turns, fires, scores. Boy, does he lighten this building up. 40-26, Sacramento, and Simmons with 20 in the... We've got about almost 8 minutes to play in the first half. Barkley by Winnington. Hit the bottom of the backboard. No. Rebound Sampson. Poked loose. And then Anderson, and then a whistle and a foul.
Foul number 50, Ralph Sampson, his first.
Here's a look at the L Train's last shot. Nice pass to thread the needle. Just goes up over Manute's outstretched arm. Knocks one down. Continues his hot pace.
20 points, 7 rebounds at the 7:43 mark of the first half. Big time ovation here in Sacramento, deservedly so. Carr checks back in. Callaway, Winnington, Les, Sampson, and Carr now for Sacramento. For the Sixers, Turner, Harris, Anderson, Barkley, and Bowl.
Guarantee you the L Train will not be down long. Now he's averaging 38 minutes per game, so he will not sit long.
Winnington bounces. Sampson blocked by Bowl. Great block, Manute. Harris stolen right back, taken away from Tony Harris. Les to Callaway. He goes up, blocked by Bowl again. Anderson runs it down. Manute standing back there like a traffic cop. Harris wild, out of control, but Charles finished it. And the lead is down to 10. Now it's the Sixers defensively. Inside, Manute blocks another one. Here comes Charles. Barkley to Harris in the air, and he goes to the deck. Harris. 6:48 left to play. The Sixers on a run have closed to within 10. It's Sacramento 40, Philadelphia 30. Young basketball player, Sean Kemp in Seattle. You buy tickets for that game, and here's the deal. You get Dominique in Atlanta for half price. Great seats still available, 336-2000. Seattle, And then the Atlanta Hawks buy one, get the other for half price.
That's a deal you can't even pass up.
You got that right. Tony Harris at the free throw line. Off the heel of the rim, heavy. Sixers are within 10. If Harris can make one of these, or make this one anyway, he'll get them inside of double figures. Makes the second. 40-31, and it's a 9-2 Sixer run to climb back in, fueled by the block shots of Manute Bol. Illegal defense against the Sixers. That's the charge to Manute.
Their first violation, team ball.
At the end of tonight's game, Neil Funk and I will be selecting the Miller High Life Player of the Game.
Hansen back into the game. He and Les in the backcourt. Carr over Manute. He made him change it and got a piece of that.
Why do they continue to go to Manute? I mean, pull Manute out a little bit. If he's guarding Antoine Carr, pull Carr out a little bit and let somebody else go down and post up. Manute has blocked now 4 shots. This is a team that Manute can block shots against because they do not know how to take the ball to the basket very well.
Hansen the rebound on the Barkley miss.
Oh, let's try him again.
Carr back out to Les, wheeled back in. Carr pump fakes once, twice, kept his feet, goes up and scores.
They're going to do it till they get it right.
42-31. Ron Anderson dances away, fires, scores. Ron Anderson. 4 on 5 at the offensive end. Manute, like a traffic cop, just stays back at the other free throw line. Winnington buries that. Now, if they knock a couple of those down, Manute will have to come out and play them straight up. Tony Harris couldn't find the handle, and it's out of bounds. Oh, turned over. And Harris takes a quick seat. You don't want to turn it over right in front of your own bench.
No, huh? Wait till the second half, right?
Yeah.
You can blame it on something like there's stick them on the ball or there's a wet spot.
Winnington again, not this time. Rebound Sampson. Hansen backs outside at three-point range and then fumbled it, or he would have had a shot. Carr against Bol. Pump fakes once, twice, goes up. No. Rebound tapped out to Charles. Barkley running. Charles fakes, drives, no. Follow is good by Herson. Les ahead to Hansen, to Carr. That's blocked by Bol. Carr got it back, blocked by Manute again. Sixers run again. Barkley right by Sampson, blocked by Winnington. Charles tied up. Jump ball. Sixers.
I'll tell you what, you've seen some great defense on both ends of the floor. There's a good block right there. You saw down the other end. Manute making a couple good blocks, but as Charles turns, Bobby Hansen reaches in. Good solid call by the referee. Although Charles may not have agreed with it.
Barkley against Hansen at the Sixers free throw line. Manute wants to participate in this. He feels that Charles is going to get this tap.
Well, probably rightfully so, but if Les is smart, he tried to split the seams.
Hawk thought about it, did now runs to the hole, goes up, blocks, but foul. Foul is on Ralph Sampson. Simmons checks back in. And Ralph Sampson comes out. Not spectacular, but a steady.
You know, he runs off the floor, though, like his knees hurt, you know, and he runs up and down this 90-foot rectangle like those knees.
In the season, and now as the season wears on, giving him more and more menacing. Granted, they are playing short-handed. Hawk makes the second. Les and Hansen, Winnington, Carr, and Lionel go to work. Winnington, jumper, nope. Rebound, Charles. Down the lane he comes and hooks with a left hand and scores. Well, you don't want to get in front of that. Near Another steal, and it is stolen. Hersey nearly palmed it, and he did palm it. Got away with the first one, and then in his excitement.
It worked so well the first time. I'll try it again. Take a look. Comes Hawk.
Now,
right there's a bad bounce, and then there's this.
I'm not sure about the second one. I think it was just maybe a late whistle. Wennington to a slicing Simmons. Boy, he moves well off the ball as well.
See, they put Simmons at that corner up there, and once that ball goes down to the baseline, he just slices down through.
Charles Barkley fires. No. Rebound Wennington. Nothing there except Sacramento uniforms for the rebound. Sacramento screaming for an illegal defense. Lionel takes, good move, fires off the glass, missed it. Rebound Wennington.
Stay tuned for the Miller Lite fourth quarter shootout. Tonight, one lucky fan will have a chance to win some great prizes courtesy of Miller Lite and PHL 17.
Pro Arena record. He has 7 blocks already.
And Antoine Carr will soon get the message that he's not going to be able to shoot over Manute.
Or else he will be neutralized. Andre into the lane. Anderson with a hot hand. Still has it. 48-41. Sixers to within 7. They were down by 17. They have trouble with the pressure to the Kings. Simmons, they're tracking everybody after Lionel. Les for 3. Got it. A home run by Jim Les. Well, we said at the beginning, the lead is back out to 10. We said at the beginning, you cannot let Les and Hansen become standstill shooters.
Well, Les is your best three-point shooter, too, shooting 43% from that range.
You've got to force them to put the ball on the floor, and if they're going to shoot it off the dribble. There's a whistle, and they're going to count. Let's see. Do they count the basket?
No, he gave him the bucket.
They gave him the field goal, I believe. Let's see.
They were going to call the illegal defense by Wennington.
Well, so far, they haven't put anything up on the board.
Well, they counted it.
Yeah, there it is. Now they got it up. 51-43. Carr misses badly. Anderson rebound. Anderson for Hersey, and he drains that for 3. Suddenly, it's a brand new ball game.
Yeah, I was going to say, what started out to be a 17-0 run, all of a sudden it's now just a 5-point ball game in favor of Sacramento.
51-46. Wennington. Simmons hooks it up and scores. That time he was able to take it around Manute and score. Manute pounds the stanchion in frustration.
Yeah, unlike Antoine Carr, Lionel Simmons gave him a fake, took one dribble, got the shoulder pass him, outstretched his body, and was able to spin it in off the glass. That was an excellent move by the L train.
Hawk ducks down the lane and is ripped as he got in the air. Thanks to Miller Genuine Draft, here's what's on tap at halftime with Neil Hartnett. Tonight we take a closer look at the musical talents of Wayman Tisdale, who's on the injured list for Sacramento. Scores. That's all coming your way at halftime. Hawk trying to cut into the Sacramento lead. They have led from the outset and at one point led 17-0. Now it's 53-48. A 5-point Kings lead. A minute left to play. There's a whistle and an illegal defense call against Philadelphia, and that's going to be on Manute again, I believe. Nope, it's not either. It's going to be on Hersey.
So that'll give Sacramento a
last shot at it here.
Yep.
56-48, and they could bump the lead back up to 10. 9 seconds, 8. You see the time? Les kicks it out. Wennington alone. 3 3/10 seconds. Andre, it'll count if it goes. 25. Manute had 7 blocks. That's an Arco Arena record for a game, and that was just in the first half for Manute. And the Sixers, you still got to, if you're Jimmy Lynam, you can't be, you know your club didn't play well. Their club did. and yet you're down only 10. They're shorthanded. You got to figure, hey, we got a good shot to win this baby if we can get it going early. Hawk airballed that, and Simmons tracks it down.
Well, that's certainly not getting on track early, is it, by shooting an air ball?
Well, the Sixers went the first 6 minutes and 22 seconds of this game without scoring a field goal.
They cannot afford to do that the second half, no question. They'll find themselves in a hole that they'll never be able to climb out of.
Simmons, backdoor cut by Corey, planted nicely, goes up, missed it, and the rebound hauled down by Rick Mahorn.
Found himself too far under the basket to get off a good shot.
Barkley against Simmons. Charles backs out. Fires a three, missed it. The rebound hauled down by Coswell, and then he kicked it out of bounds, and then he saved it. It rolled that. That baby looked like it was out of bounds from our angle.
Explain that play.
All right. He fumbled
Try
it.
again.
It rolled to the baseline. He did save it, but then he kind of nonchalantly picked it up and stepped on the end line. So it's turned right back over to Philadelphia.
Charles Barkley starts the second half. Hawk misses one, and all of a sudden Charles Barkley takes a step back, shoots a long one. He was 3 for 13 the first half. Once again, I continue to say Charles Barkley should try to take it to the hoop.
Gilliam turns baseline. That's an air ball picked out of the air by Simmons.
Somebody's under there moving the basket on these guys.
2 air balls in the first 3 tries. Sacramento. Les fakes on Hersey. Couldn't get the shot away. Boy, Les is bleeding.
Bobby Hansen.
Or rather, Bobby Hansen.
He caught an elbow somewhere. Front of his shirt is all bloody. He's going to have to get a couple stitches in that.
And that's going to bring Callaway into the game. The Sixers ball. As they bring it up, you can see Hansen.
Looks like he just went about 10 rounds with Muhammad Ali.
There's an isolation call. Now that's against the Sixers. That's an illegal offense. We saw that a couple of times last year, usually for Charles. And this time, they cleared the side for Hersey. Hansen comes out of the game. He'll be tended to by Billy Jones, the Sacramento trainer.
Your buddy?
Yeah, the veteran. He got about 21 years, something like that, in the league. Spent 5 years with him.
Seemed like 15 to him.
Yeah. Simmons, and good again. Lionel Simmons is just flat, lighting it up. 60-48. Gilliam, and a whistle and a foul. Harmon saying, I was in the act of shooting, and the official. Into the lane. Carr, turn around. That won't go. The tip touch is good by Callaway. And Jimmy Liner wants a timeout. 9:43 left. Third quarter, 62-48. Sacramento. We'll be right back.
The Los Angeles Lakers, limited tickets are still available. Call 336-2000 now. Get those tickets. See the Magic Man.
The Magic Man of the Lakers' only appearance at the Spectrum coming up. Seattle Supersonics and Sean Kemp. Great young player. You buy that ticket and you get the Atlanta Hawks and Dominique Wilkins for a half price. Mahorn backing in on Coswell, fumbled it, turns, fires, missed it. Tap, Barkley is good, but a whistle. No bucket, loose ball foul against the Sixers. It's on Charles.
Take a look at Charles, just throw Lionel out of the way. Shot goes up. Rick loses it before the shot. Gathers himself, takes up a little long. Charles just pushes Lionel out of the way. Referee calls it. You didn't see the push, but it was there.
Simmons against Barkley. Skips it out back. Callaway poked away, and Hersey has the steal. On the run. Hawk drives and then threw it out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Sixers as Les got a hand on it last. There's the hand. Uh-oh.
I'll tell you what. You know what? That went off a Hawk's knee. Hawk was saying that he got fouled, but if you're not going to call a foul, that ball definitely went off Hawk's knee. That was an excellent play.
Gilliam from the free throw line sticks the jumper. So they went over 3 minutes here in the third period without a field goal. A total of 9 minutes, 6 minutes to start the ball game, and 3 minutes to begin the third period without a field goal. Callaway, and there's Mahorn tricking Carr, and the ball's out of bounds. It's going to belong to Philadelphia. That's the little trick that Rick has. When a guy's leaning on him, all of a sudden he'll just step back and the guy falls to the floor, and that's what happened to Antoine
Well, when
Carr.
you try to go muscle to muscle with Rick.
Now we got a call. This is after the basket. And this may be on, it's on Gilliam. The bucket counted. Gilliam continues to plead his case.
Starting to get a little physical out there right now. 76ers saying, well, if you're going to make it, we got to continue to go to the basket, and we're going to go strong, at least to the offensive end.
Callaway for Croswell. Simmons against Charles. Pump fakes into the lane. Kicks it out. Carr's alone. Jumper not there. Rebound Rick Mahorn. Lead is for Ricky Green. Green. No. Rebound. Simmons. The lead is 10 by Sacramento. Steal Hersey. Now Sacramento begins to turn it over, and the Sixers turn it right back to him. Hersey, another steal. Carr in the lane, no. Croswell back up, no. Rebound and a loose ball foul. That should go against Sacramento.
That's a tough shot for Caldwell to take. He comes down with the rebound, keeps the ball over his head, and once he goes back up, it's very difficult because you really haven't gathered yourself. If you're going to take that shot, you should probably shoot it soft off the glass.
Still a 10-point advantage. Hersey drives, scoops, offensive foul. Hersey takes the bucket away.
Okay, the Kings are very aggressive defensively. Take a look at Hawk getting into the paint. Boom, gives him a hit.
Running that double at Lionel. And there's Croswell. That may be right at the tip of his range.
Yeah, you don't want to go out much further than 8 or 9 feet if you're Caldwell.
But Dwayne knocked that down. Charles giving ground. Jumper, not there. Rebound, Croswell. Callaway thought about an alley-oop and then thought better of it. Into the lane, finger roll, no. Tipped in is good by Croswell. Timeout. Philadelphia with 6:36 left, and the lead is now 14 at 66-52. Sacramento out at
points in the first 5.5 minutes as we see a nice tip-in follow-up by Callaway.
Hersey, along with Ricky Green in the backcourt. Ron Anderson, Armin Gilliam, and Rick Mahorn in the front line now. You're watching 76ers basketball on PHL 17 in Philadelphia. Neil Funk, Steve Mix in Sacramento. There's another air ball that Rick's hook came up short. And that's the fourth air ball shot by the Sixers in the quarter. Steve talked about the shooting percentage, and here's a whistle and a foul. That's on Ron Anderson, holding Lionel Simmons.
Make that 2 for 10 now. They were 2 for 9 coming out of the break. Now they're 2 for 10. Jimmy Lynam trying to find a lineup that'll work.
Callaway thought about it right on the three-point line and didn't. Carr against Mahorn. Backs him into the paint. Kicks it out. There's Les alone. On the way. No. Rebound. Rick Mahorn battles it away from Carr and Croswell.
You know what? He walked.
But he was also given Hugh Evans a little verbal blast.
Yeah.
And You decided wisely not to call it. Outside, Ricky Green sticks the jumper. Here comes Manute back up off the Sixer bench. He was the one that fueled their comeback in the first half. Boswell thought about it, didn't. Les walk, they didn't call that. Carr from outside to beat the shot clock, and as it sounded, it dropped. Antoine splashes one in from outside. Mahorn, good quick movement. The foul is on Antoine Carr.
This copyright program is presented by the authority of the NBA and the Philadelphia 76ers. Any rebroadcast without express written permission is prohibited. As we see the nice move by Rick Mahorn. He didn't knock it down. He's mad at himself for missing that layup.
Boswell comes off. Winnington checks back in.
Bill had a nice first half, played 12 minutes, 6 points, knocked down a couple of jumpers.
Rick Mahorn bounces the second one in. 68-55, Sacramento. Winnington baseline. You're right. Winnington had a nice first half and starts out well here in the second as he drills his first shot. 70-55. Ron Anderson, dribble drive, floats it up. It would have been pressure by Philadelphia. Galloway for less. A bounce to Winnington inside. Carr battling with Mahorn and a push foul on Rick.
Number 44, Rick Mahorn, his second. 14 foul. Team ball.
Take a look at the Sacramento Kings moving the ball around, and there's the foul. They say he just pushed Antoine Carr out of the way.
There's a foul on Carr, who banged into Mahorn, trying to get position. Rick, a pretty good trick there. Watch Rick, I think, throw his arm. Look at that.
Well, we go to L.A. after Golden State on Sunday, so he can take that act down there. That's a pretty good flop. Referee called it. But you saw the arm go up. Anytime you see the arm going up like that, the referee's going to call it.
Anderson, and there's an illegal screen by Rick Mahorn and an offensive foul. So he got one at one end, and they take it away at the other. As he tried to screen for Anderson. Here it is. Boom.
Might want to pull Rick out of there before he gets a technical. If he gets another one of those calls, he could start jabbing at the referee and get a technical.
Simmons floats one up and scores. 72-57. Anderson from the perimeter. Zip. Rick and Winnington going at it underneath, off the ball.
Number 14.
Winnington back outside left. They swing it. Callaway looks, doubled. Simmons. Callaway into the lane, and he's fouled. Sixers doing what they can to scramble and run at whoever catches the ball. They're really pressuring. But so far, Sacramento, there's a technical. And that's on Rick. And that's what you were talking about.
Exactly what I was talking about. Rick will get a couple of those calls that he thinks is bad, and all of a sudden he'll start talking to the referee, and the referee will give him a quick technical because he does not want to hear it any longer.
Charles checks back in. Charles has had a tough shooting night, 3 of 15.
Well, he continues to take the outside shots, though. He's not going to the basket.
Simmons misses the technical free throw, and now Callaway will be at the free throw line to shoot the free throws.
Perfect example of that. You know, if Charles takes the ball to the basket, he usually gets to the line. First half, he only took 2 free throws, so he continues to take the outside shot.
Manute bowled 3 minutes plus to begin the third period without scoring.
Almost spotted team a whole quarter.
Callaway made one of two. 73-59. Hawk for three. Off target, and the rebound Simmons. Well, Hersey could not miss in the first half against Portland, and he can't buy one here. Les for Simmons, posted. Les left alone. On the way and good. Right on the line.
Once again, he was able to square up, take his time on the shot. Like you said in the first half, he can knock those shots down. You got to make him put the ball on the floor.
Now this going to Bob Weinauer had scouted this team, and he said, you can't let those two just become standstill jump shooters because they'll kill you. Meaning Hansen and Les. Simmons, jumper, not there. Rebound, Manute pinned it on the glass, and then a reach-in foul on Les. That would have been funny because Manute would have just, he kind of pinned that up on the board. Les would have had to jump up. I'm not sure he could have jumped up.
Take a look at it. There's the pin right there. All right, I've got it up on the backboard. I've got to bring it down, and Les was right there. You know, once a 7-footer, though, brings that ball down to the waist, it makes him the same height as the guards. Manute should have kept the ball at his shoulder level, turned and fired the outlet.
Manute knocks down the first free throw. 75-60, a 15-point Sacramento advantage. Missed the second. Sampson snaps down the rebound. The Sixers defensively have just not been able, they forced some turnovers, but they've really not been able to shut the Sixers down. Sampson drives and goes to the deck. Charles the foul, and we'll take a look again.
One of the knocks on Ralph Sampson his entire career is that he's not physical enough. There you see him. I mean, he could have taken that ball to the hoop and tried to dunk it. Instead, he tried to float it around.
Their biggest lead of the game was 17. It's 17-0, believe it or not. Ron Anderson, no, and Callaway tried to track it down. The ball's out of bounds. They're going to give it to Philadelphia. So the Sixers get it again. Charles to inbound. For Manute, he never saw it coming. Threw it right to Winnington. Les stops. Lionel is all alone. Not this time. Rebound run down by Andre Turner. Driving Harris, no. And Sampson again the rebound. Well, Sacramento's not doing much offensively, but neither are the Sixers. Les beats his man. Winnington in the lane. Jumper, no. Anderson on a drive. Reverse. Sampson another rebound. He's going to get a ton just off a missed free throw. I think your stats look pretty good.
Yeah.
I had 7 boards. Yeah, 6 of them were off missed free throw.
Oh, Jerry Lucas stat. Used to get him at the end of quarters and off free throw.
Sampson against Barkley. He beats him, goes in. Manute was there and blocked it. Simmons. To Winnington behind his back. Les got it. And Sacramento's just all ham and jam right now. They're loving it. Big grins on their faces after Winnington's behind the back pass, and that gives, as Les nailed it, Sacramento their biggest lead at 18, and they're standing here in Sacramento. Wild shot, no, and here they come again. Lead for Simmons. Fakes and scores. Now the lead is 20. Barkley with 2, got it for 3, and that quiets the crowd with 0.2 of a second of Miller Lite. NPHL 17. If the Kings make the first basket of the fourth quarter, Sandy will receive a 76ers gym bag for having her name drawn. To enter the Miller Lite fourth quarter shootout, simply send in your name to the address on the screen and watch for your name to be drawn. Neil Funk, Steve Mix. As we get a look at the Play here that gave the Kings their biggest lead of the game. Simmons to Winnington, little flip, and there, watch him just spot it up all the time in the world. Stand still, jump shot, bang, down the well it went.
I gave a couple guys this stat prior to the game. That the Sacramento Kings are 10-2 when they're leading after 3 quarters, and they all kind of, that stat doesn't mean anything, but take a look now. They have a 19-point lead, and they are gaining confidence with every time up the floor, and Bill Winnington that time dunks over Minute.
After a nifty little pass from Ralph Sampson, who wanted, I think he'd seen enough of Minute and having his shot where Jay said, here, you try it, and Winnington finished it. And the three-point play. 84-64, a 20-point lead, 11 for Winnington. We talked about Sampson. He's got 10 rebounds. Anderson floats it up.
Make him think about taking those shots on you.
He's got 33, matching his season and career high. Minute, long rebound into the lane. The runner about broke the board. Should have probably just taken it straight to the rim. And the way the night is gone, he shouldn't feel bad. There have been a lot of air balls, and not by Minute. Turner, good drive down the lane and draws the foul again. Andre. Hansen dogged by Brian Oliver. Sampson high post. They scissor off of him. They feed. Carr hooks it up, and on the rim, no. Rebound Oliver. 5:34 left to play for your ball game. Payne dribble drive. Fouled on his way to the hole. Need any help? I'm sure you may have had some with Will, because he had some 70-point games and 60-point games.
Yeah, it only take guys scoring like 10, 12 points to get you up there. But I mean, in a long, long time, that's a lot of points for 3 guys.
Great feed, Simmons to Hansen, and he laid it in. Payne pump fakes. Scoop score. Kenny Payne, nice move.
It's a nice move. Kenny Payne had a nice drive baseline last time. Now he makes a nice move into the paint area, scores, makes a good move. Yeah, you might want to think about playing him a little bit more, because he's a good shooter. He can score.
Turner the foul out near the timeline on Ralph Sampson. They're not yet over the line as a team, and so Sacramento will inbound.
Bobby Hansen started walking over. He was only about 7 or 8 feet away from us. I'll tell you what, he's got to make the all-Madden team. He's got a black eye, black left eye, blood all over his shirt, Band-Aid on. Looks tough.
Simmons, jumper, good again, nothing but net. New career high, 35, new season high as well. Oliver, offensive foul.
Offensive foul on 31, Brian Oliver, his first. Ball.
Sacramento came into this game, Steve, with what, 9 guys dressed?
9 guys dressed.